this is a place where you have the right to decide, because in elections, in politics, it is the ruling party who is accountable, and you know when, what to do, and what you have suffered and what you have done. We need Karnataka to be beautiful. Sarva Jananga Vishanti. Let's keep the harmony. Let's vote.
Any message to people, Surya?
Voting is a very important constitutional duty. It's a great opportunity that we have to elect the leadership, elect and be an important stakeholder in deciding the future of the state. I urge everybody, especially the first time voters, to come out in big numbers and participate in the festival of democracy today.
What are the issues they should keep in mind before they press that button, sir?
Our one vote has the power to decide the leadership for tomorrow, the progress, development that our state will see. Our one vote also has the ability to decide how much of development and contribution Karnataka can do in the overall India story. Please vote for a stable government, which is very important. Please vote for a committed leadership. Please vote for a party that has had a proven track record of governance. Please vote for the BJP.
You've also got your parents over here. I think you've come with your family. Those youngsters who haven't walked in, what would you tell them?
My request to all, especially the first time voters, is if you can just see there's an old man who has just got on this wheelchair and he's just going inside. If people in their late 80s, early 90s, on wheelchair, on crutches, can come out and fulfill their responsibility, what is stopping us from fulfilling ours? So please come out in big numbers and choose the government that you think is capable of leading Karnataka for the next 5 years.
Right, BJP MP Tejasvi Surya sending out that all-important message that we here at News9 Live have been sending out. It's important to go out there and vote today. It does not matter what you think, how disillusioned you are, whether you agree with the political discourse of today or not, whether you agree with the politicians or not, whatever be the case. It is important that you go out there and vote. People in crutches, people in wheelchairs, go out and vote. People who are past 80, past 90 years of age, go out there and vote. So younger people have no excuse whatsoever to stay and not vote, stay at home and not vote. Go out there, vote. So far, the voting percentage is around 8%. For the first 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so. And that's not great, ladies and gentlemen. That's not great at all. It should have been around 15%. That's what my panelist, Mr. M. Rajendra is telling us. Traditionally, it would have been 50, it would have crossed 15% by now after 2 to 3 hours of voting, but it hasn't, which means that a lot of voting percentage makeup has to be done towards the rest of the day. And here's hoping that it will get made up, and Karnataka will again post anywhere between 70 to 80, at least 70 to 80% of voting this time, at least, if not more. We're talking about a huge anti-incumbency feeling, which means that, Mr. Nair, the voting percentage has to be up more than 80% if the anti-incumbency feeling is so high.
Yeah, it should be. Normally that is what happens in every election. If the voting percentage goes up, means there is a wave against the government, the incumbent government. If it is low, means people are disillusioned. They are just, they just don't care about it. So that is how it happened, throughout the elections.
Right.
If it is high, means it is against the government in position. That is what normally happens. And as I told you earlier, corruption has been a major issue in Karnataka as anywhere else. And what they now started saying that 40% government. If you take some of the data that has been published by Association of Democratic Rights, ADR, you would find it quite interesting. Both the parties do not fare well in that. Like the total candidates is 795, and candidates with declared criminal cases is 269, that is 34% in Karnataka. And serious criminal cases is 165, that is 21%. This is this latest one. So if it is like that, even the political system itself is corrupt, means, or criminals and corrupt people, then what the people can expect from them? This is what is happening. As I told you earlier, roads are, maybe roads in, even in Bangalore, the roads are not good. Whosoever has travelled in Bangalore would say that it is not.
But disillusionment cannot be a reason for people not going
For
out
not
to-
voting.
not
Absolutely.
voting in, this is, I mean, whether we, celebrate democracy or not, it's your fundamental right, fundamental duty, to go and cast your vote. I mean, quite disappointed.
Yeah. We're just hoping that Mr. Nair, that the disillusionment,
Disillusionment means, it doesn't mean that, if you are disillusioned means you should all the more go and vote.
absolute. That's an even better message for all the young people out there. No, I don't agree with the politics. I'm disillusioned. Heck, if that's the case, you should be the one first standing in the line and casting your vote, making your political opinion heard.